Up right now. Yo, what's up, Worky Dorky? I love you. It's good to see you, brother. Give me one sec. I forgot to update my titles before I went live, so I gotta fix this now. What's up, Spartan? How you doing, homie? Affiliate grind. Let's go. And I say, I walk miles inside this pit of danger. Spartan, I love you. It's good to see you. Lurkers, I love you. It's good to see you. Orky Dorky, I love you. It's good to see you. Let's go. Let's game. Gonna play a little DBD today. Maybe this morning. Maybe do something different tonight. Maybe do a little something different tonight. But for right now, Dead by Daylight is the vibe. Let's look at the quests, man. We got 2v8 quests, bruh. I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Shall we run a quick ad? Get the pre-rolls reset. Get the pre-rolls reset. I got some stuff to talk about today, boys. Oh, have I got some stuff to talk about. Be back in 3. Back in 3. I got stuff to talk about if you even care. If you even care, bro. Alright, tell Brittany. I'll tell Brittany and then I'll tell you guys. Alright, hold on 1 second. One more song. One more wrestling song.
You think you know me?
There we go. After this, I'll put on my normal stuff. Yo, don't forget the Poke Catch, dorks. Song rules, dude. It rules so hard, bro. Ah, I love Adam Copeland, boys. On this day, it's so real to me. Hey, what? Hold on. I love pro wrestling, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta get back into it. Pro wrestling is the best thing ever, bro. Hold on 1 second. I forgot to tell you about... All right, chat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Wow. All right, we'll queue up on Dracula and see what happens, bruh. It's so real to me. What do I play as? Play some Leon, I guess. Ah. Ah. I got so many cables. I got so many cables tied up around here, bro. Hang on, I guess my kick's not connected. Hold up. All right, kick's connected. My bad, boys. How we doing this morning, Orky Dorky? What's new, brother? Why is YouTube not connected? What's going on here, bro? Oh, that's why. All right, it's a banger, but I got to start playing some actual non-muted, some stuff that won't mute my stream. Okay, everything's working now. Well, coming into work late, I crushed all my emails. Let's go, dude. Yeah, man, I was up late last night. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I couldn't get off my phone. I was reading a book. I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And so I read like 5 chapters of my book, and I could not force myself to go to bed afterwards. I got really tired. And so then I got on Twitter real quick. And of course, after you get on social media, you start being like, oh, I gotta read everything that I see. I gotta interact with everything that I look at. It was tough, man. Yeah, didn't get enough sleep. Math class was Math class was interesting this morning. We're now done. Everything we're going to cover in the book is now done. So we are now just working on test review, and then after we're done with that, we will be practicing for the final, and then we're done. So coming up on the end of the year, I got all my stuff. So all 3 classes I have right now, I'm getting a 97, a 97, and a 96. So we are on that 4.0 grade point average, Chad, if anybody was wondering. Doing that while maintaining healthy personal relationships and streaming full time. So life is good, dude. Pretty pleased with the way that this initial college semester has gone. This college quarter has gone. And we'll be getting right back on it next quarter. January starts the next quarter, so. It's good stuff, man. Definitely gotta do those nights as often. Dude, I hate it. I don't want to do it either. Especially because I'm starting running again this week. I'm starting my training. I'm gonna train. So yeah. I got training starting this week. I got a whole program. I'm gonna be running 4 days a week, lifting 3 days a week to start building up my marathon base. She's gonna kick that and see me anyway, so I might as well move. She's gonna kick that and see me anyway, so I may as well move. So I don't know yet. I got held up on my Sonic Rumble stream because I didn't get a creator code. It's my fault for not asking for one earlier, but so I wasn't able to do it this week, and I just got my creator code, but I don't know if I missed the deadline. So I reached out to my rep this morning to see if I still am able to stream it tonight. If so, we'll do Sonic Rumble tonight, and if not, I'll do some variety tonight. I don't know. Or I might just jump back on DVD. We'll see. I'm kind of in the middle there. I don't really know if I want to do DVD or just do some variety. We'll see. New Patreon video went up this weekend. New YouTube video went up this weekend. If you guys are interested in political baloney, I got a new video up on the Tuba U's. You guys feel free to go watch that. Comment. Call me Fat Bald Nold in the comments. I don't mind. Getting some hate on Twitter today, as is tradition. If you say something and people don't agree with it, they just attack something ad hominem rather than engaging with the point. Very traditional low IQ response. Very traditional low IQ midwit response to not liking a post is to level an ad hominem attack something that has nothing to do with anything. But it is what it is. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I'll just ignore it. I don't know yet. I don't really know. I saw it this morning when I was getting ready to go to class, and I was like, I thought about a response, but then I was like, is there any real point here? This might be bait. You know? Could just be bait. But if I get bored, I might fiddle around with it. I don't know. We'll see, dude. It really comes down to, like, let him steer into the void. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. That's what I thought, too. I don't know, man. It's like, it's like one of those things where, and I think anybody that's not a terminally online, unemployed, stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home son, you know, like, people that have a lot on their plate, a lot of things they need to worry about, a lot of responsibilities, etc. You really have to, you can't watch everything. You can't engage with everything. You can't have every conversation. You have to like kind of create a priority list. And so what it really comes down to is like, how important is said thing? I remember when I first put the videos out, right? When I first put out my Charlie Kirk videos. And I had a person come into chat and they wanted to debate me. They wanted to debate me on it. And I engaged them in chat. I was like, yeah, I was like, what's the ROI here on a debate with somebody? And of course they twisted that into being like, oh, he's just looking for clout. And it's like, no, not really. But there's a lot of people saying a lot of things that aren't true on the internet. I can't debate everybody. So you have to kind of weigh like what is the ROI on debating this person specifically? Like again, if a large creator with a large audience is saying something that's not true, then it's like reasonable to engage that person in a debate, right? Because it's like, well, that's going to influence a lot of people. But if somebody with no following and no influence or very little influence, right, is saying something not true, it's like, again, if I'm going to debate something, I'm going to take it very seriously. I'm going to do hours of research. I'm going to prepare, I'm going to prepare to, because again, when you take on a debate, you're not just debating for yourself, you're like debating for an ideology, like a movement, an opinion like that is shared by a large percentage of people. And so you should take that responsibility seriously, right? And like give it the due diligence. And then you should take your debate opponent seriously and give them, like they deserve to have again, I don't think that there's many people who enjoy intellectual debate that are like want an easy debate. Like that's not the point, right? Like an easy debate is great for like scoring quick points and good for your ego, but like what good is it for like intellectual progress, right? It's not, there really isn't much to gain from debating somebody that doesn't know anything and doesn't have any good points. Unless there's a large audience, right? All right, a good example would be like my boy Dave Smith when he debated Chris Cuomo. Like Chris Cuomo is obviously not very smart, not very educated, not very prepared for the debate. But he had a massive audience. So it's like, obviously going in and trouncing that guy in a debate is a net W. Because you're going to compel a lot of people to think about something a different way, right? But I don't really think trouncing somebody that has really no influence is the win that you think it is, right? When you're max 500 and you lift 5, yeah. That's a good example. That's a good example. Chad, I'm out of Pokeballs. Do I have any balls at all? Like, what is happening here? Don't clip that out of context. Alright, cool. Heal me up. Heal me up. You don't want to heal me up? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to my stream and buy more balls. I think I'm cooked, bro. I think I'm cooked. Yeah, I'll do a quick ball. I'll do a quick ball for now. What is a timer ball? Someone remind me what a timer ball is. I guess I'll just buy 2 of these. All right, here we go. You can't say that guy sucks, dog. That's not very Christian of you. How dare you say that guy sucks? We don't play Alan Wake. Alan Wake's cool, right? I don't know if I want to play Alan Wake, honestly. We just play Ash, man. Ash is always a solid choice. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched the YouTube video, highly recommend it. It was a fun one. Kind of example of what's going to be coming out moving forward. Again, the comments are really good too. I've been having good engagement there, like good conversations. People just don't understand. It's like, it's very hard for people to witness the world through lenses that they don't typically see the world through, right? And I think it's pretty common for people to not be able to relate conceptually to something if it doesn't match their worldview. And so the idea of me being like, I don't really care how many people disagree, and I don't really care how many people label me a certain thing. I don't really care how many people decide they hate me now that used to love me a month ago or a year ago or whatever. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about the truth and being right. Right? That's more important to me than numbers on a fake website. So I'm not like making myself a victim or making myself a martyr. I'm not. It's whatever. It's just that I genuinely don't care. Like, I'm gonna keep going live. Hey, what's up, Skill South? I love you. It's good to see you, bro. I'm gonna keep going live. I'm gonna keep on saying stuff, and the rest of that stuff's just noise, man. Anybody's free to directly engage me if they want to, but they'd rather subtweet, you know. It's like embarrassing, dude. And people don't have any like self-awareness. They just subtweet and they whisper in shadows. They don't take on any arguments or engage. I'm telling you, man. How dare you say stuff? Exactly. Or, you know, it's crazy that here in the free speech America, on free speech platforms, people would, oh yeah, a little bit. Not really. Skill South, it's not streaming as a keep on saying stuff. Yeah, keep on saying stuff. Exactly. I wouldn't say like real drama. It's like someone who is over opinionated and undereducated decided to like subtweet an ad hominem attack rather than have a conversation. So what's a boy to do? What's a boy to do but to get on DBD? How you doing, Pariah? I love you. It's good to see you, bro. It's like always the people that consistently, whatever the Twitter hot thing is, it's the kind of person that's always like saying the safest thing they could possibly say. You know, they have like the formula that weighs like, well, how many people will like this and how many people will not like this. And then rather than actually like say how they feel, they're just like, well, I just got to say the thing that's going to make more people agree with me. Right? That's the streamer. Like there's math everywhere, right? You learn more about the world and everything's got math. And the majority of streamers specifically, and the number gets exponentially higher as you go into horror and as you go into DBD, which is like the final boss of safe take horror. And they have a formula which basically weighs out like who will be upset, who will be happy, who will agree, who will disagree. And they'll never go negative on that formula. It's always got to be a positive. So if there's a possibility of negative on that formula, they just don't say anything. And it's that simple. You know? It's that simple. But you know, you have, and then of course there's like other camps too, where it's like people that only say the thing that's going to be negative. Like people farm the drama, they farm the negativity, they farm all that stuff too. Like, don't get me wrong, there's another subsect of people that will always take the contentious view. They'll always say the thing that they think is going to upset the most people, right? And like an animal like myself is unfamiliar in this environment because I'm going to say whatever either way. Like if it's going to be generally accepted, then yeah, W. If it's going to be genuinely reviled, also W. It's like, it's the truth, man. So the truth, sometimes the truth is good and sometimes the truth is bad in the court of public opinion. Whoops. Look at anyone's opinions. People can say what they want. I don't know why people try so hard to change others' opinions. Speak your truth. Well, and then there's like, it's not really trying to change someone's opinion to level an ad hominem attack, right? To say like, to attack something about me, not what I said. Like, it's not what I said. It's not the idea that is offensive. It's holding the idea while being blank thing, if that makes sense. They announced nominees for the Game Awards. Good list this year for once. I play most of them. I usually only touch 1 or 2 each year. Yeah, I've heard all the rumbling is that like Expedition 33 is going to run away with it. I assume Arc Raiders will do well. I don't know if you guys heard, but I finally did play Arc Raiders this weekend. Mad Lads gifted it last week, and then I come this way, dude. We'll come over and we'll do a group thing. You guys just gonna stand there? Or? This guy, bro. Claire Obscure Legend, one of the best games I've ever played. I keep hearing that from everyone, dude. I keep hearing that from everyone, bro. And now I'm exhausted because that Steve off the rip used his sprint burst. He'll run through it this time. You guys want to bet? Oh, now he'll kill me. I'm so dumb, dude. I ran into a table leg. Yo, TSM, what's up, brother? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're well. TSM, I tried to DM you like everywhere. Your DMs were turned off everywhere, dude. I tried messaging you on Twitch, tried messaging you on Discord. Couldn't find a way to get to you, but I'm glad you're here, bro. Hey, yo. Huge resubby wubby uwu. Thank you so much for the 55 months, bro.
Our man Blankies.
Appreciate and love you, dog. Yo, is that Hex Rikage, the hexiest Rikage I know? The hexiest Rikage I know who came to the YouTube comments and left a completely reasonable and understandable response that I was able to engage with in a healthy way? I sure love adults, bro. I wish there were more adults on the internet, chat. It's crazy. Might not be for you though, it's turn-based RPG like old Final Fantasy. So believe it or not, I grew up on turn-based RPGs and I actually really enjoy them. I still have Final Fantasy VII as one of my all-time favorites, and Chrono Trigger is definitely one of my all-time favorites, as long as we're going all categories. Rikage, I hope you had a good weekend. I want you to know that your glowing review of Frankenstein was not lost on me, and I keep seeing all these people talking about it, and I need to see it. So once we're caught up on Stranger Things, we're going to make that a priority. How's the epic one known as Running Man? I'm good, man. Really good. I got up early. I didn't get enough sleep. I was up too late last night doing research on, I'm making a plan for my fitness journey, getting back into, like, obviously, like, my baseline of health is pretty good, but I want to be better. I want to be healthier. I want to be stronger, faster, better. And so I'm starting to get back into a running program this week. I'm kicking that off today, so I had to do a bunch. I made a full plan for the next 4 weeks for running, for lifting, for diet. I didn't write a comment. I'll never be able to do such things without fear of people being angry at me for needing such things. Real, dude. Ruled by fear, bro. That's the internet. It's like a French art student made a cross between Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry. Okay, well, Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy are two of the best series of all time, so sounds pretty good to me. I might have to check it out, man. It's on Game Pass, right? So theoretically I can play it for what I've already paid for Game Pass. I used to say play it for free, but that's not true. But yeah, we're having a good day, man. Again, I refuse to let I refuse to let external forces talk me out of having a great day. There hasn't really been a concerted effort to make my day bad. Like, I really won't feel too much emotion over a veiled subtweet, especially not a nonsensical one. And that's really the only thing that I could. Oh, there was one thing. So I noticed Brandy the reactions on the treadmill. Yeah, exactly, dude. I'd love to do that, man. Treadmill reactions. That's good stuff. But no, one thing that was annoying is that I got to school this morning and the computer system for the paid parking was down. And so I had to go find street parking near the university. And I was like, ugh, what a hassle. But thankfully I get to school like very, very early. Like, I get to school super early. So it didn't really affect me too much. Ah! Dirty. Guy's dirty. I think most of the nominees are on Game Pass. Indies crushed it this year. Big slop and strong on Nintendo. Yeah. So to answer your question, weekend was okay. I had a con this weekend. Sales were nowhere near where I was hoping. I'm struggling hard trying to keep my small business alive. Yeah, that's the economy in a nutshell. I'm so sorry. Like, I genuinely, like, the government's really not doing anything for the small business owner right now, and that's really something that I think that we need. Per the usual, the middle class, the lower class, and the small businessman, or business person, I should say, is gonna suffer the most. Yo, Mr. T-shirts. All right, W. Now let's not take a hit, right? Let's. All right. Anyway, pull back hard for events next year because of the wedding, but I also just can't justify it. Yeah. You dump a lot of time and money into something. There needs to be an ROI. I talk about ROI all the time. It obviously applies to business more than anything. Yeah, if the ROI is just not there, I'm sorry, but yeah, you got to make that decision, right? I still hate that for you, though.
I have a most amusing idea.
Dude, yeah, so I was up all night last night. You feel so good? Same, bro. Even though I only got like 6 hours of sleep. Last night felt so good. Yesterday was an amazing day. I woke up. I got a couple hours of bed rot in with my fiance. We just hung out. And then I got up. I edited my YouTube video. I edited my Patreon video. My kid came over and we grinded out a few chapters on Resident Evil 5. And then I'm missing another thing. Oh, I got the last of my schoolwork done for the week. Did some updates to the Patreon page. I did a bunch of stuff around the apartment, right? And then I had dinner with my wife. We watched political content on YouTube. Well, not really political. It was more entertainment, but yo, I hate you and I hope you care. Yo, I don't. Oh, no, I do. Don't hate me, guy. I don't want people that I respect to hate me. It's the people that I don't respect that I don't care about, right? Yeah, it was just a really productive day. And then I got it. We went to bed. We took a shower, went in bed. I read like 5-6 chapters of my book. And then I put together a workout plan and a diet plan, which I know, carnivore diet plan. What are you talking about? I've been lazy, chat. I've been lazy, man. I've been cooking burgers and eggs and just kind of throwing it in there. I've been grabbing handfuls of cheese. I got to start measuring stuff out, dude. I got plans. I got goals. I got dreams. I need order and discipline, bro. I love you too, guy. You keep being you. We'll get through this together, man. You're reading a new book? Tell me everything. I am obsessed with reading. I've been reading a minimum of 3 chapters a day for the last week. And I'm staying on it. It's so good for your soul. My friend was telling me, my friend was making fun of me. And he was like, dude, you can just go to ChatGPT and read the book summarized. You save so much time. And I'm like, bro, there's an experience that comes with reading a book. It's a human experience. We need to stop all this AI bullshit with replacing human experiences, right? AI is an incredible tool, but we don't want to use it. Why would we use it to replace an experience like reading a book? No, I love reading books. Got him. All right, sorry. I threw everything natural a month ago. W, dude. That's a W, bro. TikToker that's had an amazing series about a help desk in hell, and she wrote a prequel book about 300 pages in. It's so good. I'll have to tell Brittany about that. Maybe she's heard of it. She's like obsessed with reading in a very real way, right? So there's a good chance she's heard of it. She's subscribed to like 18 book clubs or whatever. All right, W. No more garbage from stores. That's good, man. I'm eating an all Whole Foods diet. So my diet is literally just 6 burger patties and 4 servings of medium cheddar cheese. That's it. That's all I'm going to eat for now. That's all I'm going to eat for now. Per day. And I need to stay strict on that for like a solid few weeks because I'm trying to cut too, right? Again, you guys might make fun of me for being fat. It's true. It's true. I'm pretty fat. But I also, I don't know, I'm like skinny fat, dude, is the reality. So I was talking, I was looking into like ultra running and like what the body type is. Cause I'm like 6'3". So this is what inspired it. I was reading that book, Atomic Habits, right? And he had a chapter where he was talking about like these 2 athletes. And one was from like Uruguay. And he was like 5'7". And then obviously we all know that, what's that dude's name? Michael Phelps is like 6'4", right? And they were talking about how like they're both elite athletes, but they wouldn't be elite in each other's sports, right? Yo, that crazy mama, my IRL best friend is here, chat. W. How are you, dude? I love you. Right, so like, and then I started thinking, I was like, wait, am I too tall to be an ultra runner? Like, is this a problem? And so I started doing the research, and it turns out that a lot of ultra runners are pretty tall. A lot of the more successful ones are tall. Right? Ooh. You good? All right, I'll take it. Hi, Dormouse. I love you. It's good to see you. 2-year-old knows how to open the door now. It's over, dude. It's over. I'm sorry to tell you, Mama. Your life is forever changed. Yo, Mad Lads, what's up, brother? I need to lose weight as well. I gotta get on a strict diet as well. So I will say that one of the things that they talk about in the book that I liked a lot is that he's not really big on like starting on a strict diet. It's more like working your way up to a strict diet. Which is kind of where I'm at right now, right? I'm in that phase. I'm in that phase, man. All right, hold on. Let's go wolf form. Because I've been loosely dieting for a while. But dieting is like, I don't think dieting is even a good idea. I think it's better to just make changes that are easy lifestyle changes to stick with. I'm getting a lot better at Hellfire, bro. Cokes and sodas. Yeah, dude, I'm on all 0 sugar for sodas, and I knew he wouldn't throw it. I knew he wouldn't throw it, bro. All right, let me get caught up. Fausty, I love you. It's good to see you. But yeah, literally just a guy, man. You got this, dude. I mean, I think we could all stand to lose a little bit of weight, or at least change our body composition some, right? I think people get really obsessed with a number on a scale, and they get really obsessed with results and not the process. And I don't think that's as healthy, right? Because then you start to prioritize things that might not be a net positive overall. In support of like a number on a scale, right? Maybe not the play. You're 196 right now? Yeah, I'm 190. And again, like, nobody in the world would look at me and say like, oh, this guy's overweight, this guy's obese. But I am skinny fat. I'm chunky, bro. I got some flab that I want to get rid of, dude, because I want to be an efficient ultra running machine, dude. Like, I want to put in serious mileage, and if I'm going to be putting in serious mileage, I can't be doing that with a bunch of extra weight. I'm Running Man, exactly. It's not just a name, it's a way of life, dude. Soda's rough on it anyway, yeah. Agreed. It's just a bunch of extra sugar you don't need. But again, you also don't have to live your life like a monk, you know? You can... Again, it's all about making small steps, small changes that lead to big results, man. Dude, this guy and his escapist BS, dude. I think we're a little cooked, man. It's not really feeling like a W to me. Took a long break from working out, but even I'm 40 and still showing the time I feel good after each workout. You're the same height but weigh 60 pounds more. Yeah, but you probably carry it different too. I'm like a natural runner, dude. I'm very lanky. I'm very lanky. Like I said, at 190, I bet you I look fatter than you look at 230 or whatever you're at, right? This guy's right here in the bush. No, he's not. Oof. Right here. Okay, bet. Oh! Got him. You're lanky until you turn 20? Yeah. I've kind of been lanky my whole life, bro. And that's okay. Again, I'm way better off now than I was when I was 330 pounds, right? But... Got him. So you think it's a bad idea to try Dragon for the first time at TV8? Nope. I think it's the best time to try him out. 8 targets. Wins and losses don't matter. You know, I mean, wins and losses very rarely matter anyways, but they super don't matter in TV8. Right? You never been a long distance guy? Yeah, I love running, dude. This guy's got to get a dap, dude. You got to bop one more and we can be a tie. It can be a tie, bro. Kill one more with your saw, dude. Dang. Unluckers, Jay. Yeah, there's no MMR. Like, just know you're going to get stomped because a lot of people put together squads and get in 2v8, right? But I think that 2v8 is the best way to, like, learn. Like, that's how I learned Blight the first time. Is I just started playing 2v8. 2v8 was a really easy Blight training ground because I had a lot of targets. There weren't really any stakes or anything, especially if you play with somebody you know. After 2 back-to-back games, I have an AFK teammate. Yeah, dude, it's the DBD community as a whole is so pathetic right now. With the going next and the DCing and the... I can't stay along, but you see the Epstein commercial from the girls he abducted? If not, yeah, DM it to me. I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it. I want to do a whole Epstein deep dive video. Again, I need to kind of... At some point, I'm going to need to, like, lean into stuff that actually, like, is what's the word? It's, like, not debatable by anybody. Like, just kind of right and wrong stuff. Eyeball Belly sending me. What's up, Goth Laundry? I know, right? It's so cute. Dracula's a cute man. Did she get, she did get Trevor. All right, bet. I'm gonna stay on my Castlevania BS, dude. We're saying leave 2B out of the rotation. You know what? Part of me agrees with you, and part of me really loves seeing all the crybabies on Twitter throwing a tantrum because the casual players are actually getting a bone for once. I was super into running every day for a summer a year ago, but I always ended up with the knee joints. Do you have any tips? Yeah, make sure your shoes are good. Make sure your socks are good. Socks are actually like slept on in terms of support, right? That's A. B, make sure you're not overtraining, because if you're getting to the point, so feeling soreness is okay, guy. Feeling pain is not. You should never feel sharp pain ever when you're running. So, are you playing Demon Hunter between matches? No, this is like some playlist on. Hey, what's up, Chris A? I love you. It's good to see you, dude. So yeah, essentially, guy, that sounds like if you're running every single day, you are probably not getting ample recovery for your joints. It's okay to take a day off from a run and do like light calisthenics, yoga, like lift some weights. Like, I don't believe in taking days off from working out. I don't think it's necessary. Some people it is, especially injury prone people. For me, I don't need days off to recover. And that's why I can't run. My lungs feel sharp pains always. Yeah, if you have like asthma or whatever, or like sports asthma, so that's a whole other story. Again, this is why in all areas of life, right? In all areas of life, like there's no one size fits all thing. And that's why it's silly to identify people, put people in groups and like push people around. Like it's not, yeah, if you take Sunday off, take Sunday off. Some people benefit from an off day, some people don't. My physical recovery comes second to my mental, and my mental doesn't. If I take a day off, my mental gets derailed. And I'm not saying you have to do like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger peak workout, like just ripping 150-pound dumbbells, but at the same time, a little walk, a little 20-minute walk to keep yourself on that streak, like your brain rewards you for staying consistent. And again, if you can take a Sunday off t-shirts, come back on Monday with a fierce like attitude, then more power to you. But for me, that day off derails my progress. So Mr. No Days Off is back, boys. I got to where I could run 2 miles max and I needed time to rest. There you go, man. I built up, man. I got up to, I was training for a full marathon and I was getting into like 20-mile long runs, and then I ruptured my Achilles tendon, and it was like, well, that was it for a year for me. That was it for a year. And you want to know why I ruptured my Achilles tendon, chat? Because I was overtraining. I was not listening to my body, but I did listen to a crackpot doctor who said some stuff that wasn't true. He prescribed me something that ultimately led to my Achilles tendon rupturing. 5 minutes of stairs, same as 30 minutes of walking. True. When you start taking days off, yeah. So my suggestion, guy, is to do like kind of you can get on like AI and like ask AI to put you together the program, or you can set one up yourself. But my suggestion is come up with one where you do like 3 really hard, like 3 good workouts, and then like a couple that are like really chill, and then like 1 walk day or 2 walk days. Like just keep doing something, but don't overdo it, because more and more people end up in the graveyard of cardio because they overdo it and they end up getting burned out. Yo, Desiree, I love you. It's good to see you. How are you? I gotta go live on TikTok. That reminds me. I'm gonna go live on TikTok now, chat. All right, TikTok is going live. You guys want to hang out there? Sorry about that. I always forget to go live on TikTok, especially when the conversation's ripping. So, chat, this morning I went to Starbucks. I don't know if you guys have been following. Yes, Couch to 5K is the gold standard for somebody who's completely out of shape, running a 4K in a reasonable amount of time. And as like a serious runner, like a person that running is such a part of my identity that I made it my name, I highly, highly endorse the Couch to 5K program. I've met people that have run full marathons. I met a guy who ran 3 marathons in 3 days. 3 marathons in 3 days, chat, in his 50s. And he started on Couch to 5K. Nice swing, dummy. He started on Couch to 5K. That was his warm-up. That was his foundation building. I had a pallet over there I could have used. Oh! Unfortunately, I have to go. All right, sounds good, James. I'll miss you, dude. I'll miss you, James. You catch this? Nope. That guy misses too. Ah! 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 Chad! I had 2 on me. I got 2 on me. That's why I was saying you should take breaks and run into heal. I mean, I don't do it, but I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. No, it's true. I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. And I don't need full rest days. Full rest days actually derail my progress, not the other way around. Hey, what's up, Witty? It's my go right there. How you doing, brother? I love you. It's good to see you. Chat, if I missed anything in chat, my bad. That's a my bad, dude. I'm hoping that TikTok doesn't ban me for violence today. They banned me for graphic violent content last week. But I'm still here. We're doing okay. Thank you. How are you, man? I'm good. I was going to tell you guys a story. This morning I went to Starbucks. Because, like, I like to bring Brittany a coffee at work because her work sucks and she hates it. And so it's like a little nice thing I can do for her to make her morning a little bit better. And I don't know if you guys have been following Starbucks, but out here in Washington, Starbucks is striking for higher wages. Now, mind you, they already get paid like 20 bucks an hour, and they get college benefits. But that's simply not enough for the guys that are filling up your coffee cups, right? And I think that it's ridiculous, and I'm very much, I support people's right to protest and people's right to strike. Like, I think, yeah, use your power the way you want. But I will say that I respect the people that cross the line to go to work a lot more. So this morning, when I got our coffee, I went ahead and doubled their tip that I would usually give them to the guys that are still working. The guy that was working this morning, he was such a sweet guy too. I was like, I love this dude. He was just such a sweet dude. And I'm like, you know what, dude? This is the least I can do, bro. Went ahead and doubled my normal tip. Thank you for showing up to work. Yeah, again, I'm not out here shaming people for wanting to be paid more. But I do think that I probably have a lot more empathy for people in an area where they're not getting 20 bucks an hour for an entry-level position while getting their college paid for so they can go work somewhere else, right? Like every corporation is BS. Every corporation is evil. Starbucks is no different. But as next year, I've always put people getting paid more as money as his own idea. There you go. Yeah, again, I wouldn't say I'm rooting for them to get paid less. I just think that striking when you're already being paid quite a lot is an interesting move. I think that it does more damage to, and sets back people that have a legitimate claim when somebody is getting paid $20 to follow the little plastic instructions. Like, I'm not degrading people that work at Starbucks. I worked in fast food. I worked in food service. I worked at Subway. It's not an easy job. But we flip down things as well as they get paid more than they can argue for the same rate. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish them luck. I think what's actually going to happen is what they're doing. I think that what you're doing as a barista, arguing for more than $20 an hour, is you're really encouraging Starbucks to invest in AI and automate your job. It's like a lot of people are very afraid of AI and afraid of automation, right? But I think that it's a very real possibility that will encourage them even more to try and automate the job. Because I don't see why you wouldn't be able to automate a lot of what they do at Starbucks. I gotta run a quick ad. I'm going to run a quick ad, and I'll be back. 3 minutes. If you watch them, no minutes if you don't. Thank you guys for all the hype over on TikTok. Don't forget to share the live. It helps us out a lot. All right, sounds good, Normie. I love you so much. Thank you for your unique perspective. I appreciate it. I'm going to go grab a soda, and then I'll be back, all right? Don't leave me, chat. So if you're hate watching the stream right now, what just happened there might baffle you and confuse you. So let me explain it. Dormouse and I had a disagreement. On the surface level, we had a disagreement, right? Maybe not all the way. If we got into the brass tacks, we might have found some middle ground, right? But on the face value, surface level, we had a disagreement, right? And what I said to that as Dormouse was departing is, I appreciate your unique perspective, and I will think about that. It was a very respectful, and I know what you normally do if you're hate watching is you would call Dormouse a communist and say we fought wars to remove communism, and now you're a commie prick, and then Dormouse would call me a Nazi and say, oh, you're a fascist. But no, what happened instead is we respectfully disagreed, shared our perspectives, and then had a nice, all right, have a good day. I appreciate you. Thank you for your, I know, it's probably crazy. So you can clip that and watch it back and really study the concept that people can disagree respectfully and still have gratitude for the unique perspectives that were shared on both sides, right? You don't really need to devolve into ad hominem attacks and nonsense. Darn it, Karen, thank you for the 3 years. I don't care if it's almost, it's 3 years to me, dude. Honestly, it's more like 10 years, I feel like. Thank you so much for your constant support, and I love you so much. Thank you, thank you. It's going for jobs like that, McDonald's stuff, AI is going to be pretty tough to beat. Sam starts soon where AI is going to be running snack bar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in a few years, those baristas are going to be wishing they could get 20 bucks an hour to sell coffee, because what they're going to do is they're going to have no job, and the robots are going to be taking over. People are going to have to adapt to this new world that is going to unquestionably happen. Yo, Elizabeth, thank you for liking the live. Appreciate that. 301 likes on the live. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's going to happen quick, TSM. It's going to happen quick. All I'm saying is that the young man that was grinding at Starbucks this morning was more than welcome, or more than deserving of a nice large tip on a very small order. Because I would assume he's grateful for what he has. I really don't feel like he's being taken advantage of. Maybe I'm wrong. I recall there was a lot of there's a guy I strongly disagree with this guy on a lot of stuff. His name is Liquid Zulu. He's a libertarian. He put out a video basically explaining how damaging raising minimum wages is for like the economy and for people's value. There's already sub-order kiosk at McDonald's to talk about stuff. The number of times you must get involved to fix a problem. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's today. But give it a few years. There's a concept in technology where essentially technology advances as if you had a thimble full of water and you dumped it into a lake bed, right? A dry lake bed. And then every year that thimble doubles. So at first, you don't see a lot of progress. It's just, just dump the 2 thimbles, 4 thimbles, 8 thimbles, 16 thimbles. But give it time, and there's going to be this massive wave. And that's kind of how the AI revolution is going to look, I think. Because it's not just America, like worldwide, especially like China. China's really big. on AI. They're really pushing hard on AI. And so again, I remember people talk. People look at like the fact that AI couldn't make Will Smith eating spaghetti, but like give it a few years and it's gonna look so different. And I don't expect the advent of AI to be a net positive. What is? Oh my gosh, dude, I had the wrong song playing. My bad. I don't expect it to go well for the working class. I was talking to a friend before, recently, and I was like, I don't even think the middle class exists anymore, man. Like, you got the middle class and the lower class kind of all just bundled into the working class. But like, middle class isn't a thing anymore.
Struggle never ends.
It's basically just rich people and poor people at this point. I could be wrong, I don't know, but that's my perspective on it. Whoops. Oh. However, raging against AI, ruining things like art, music, and film, I should be doing my taxes for my life. Exactly. Couldn't agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. Why are we automating art when we could be automating mundane tasks that give people time to create, be more creative? I do also think, and there's a spiritual component to this, so, you know, you can judge me accordingly to my spiritual views on this. But I do think that there's something inherent in the human soul that makes it so AI could never replicate true art. No matter how intelligent, no matter how good it gets, like, I just don't think it's ever going to be able to replicate human art, the human experience. You know, I just, that's my take, man. I just don't think, I think that, like, we're going to quickly find out the technology is going to get better and better, but the art's not going to peak in a place that makes human art irrelevant. But that's just my opinion, bro. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I guess we'll see. Only going to take us a few years to really get an idea of what we're up against. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have, and that's what I'm saying, Rikage. Like, I mean, agree or disagree, it lacks soul. There's like a dystopian, soulless nature to AI art. And I don't think that there's going to be a point in the advent of more and more complex AI reasoning and symptom and thinking that finds a soul, right? Yo, Solaire, think about that follow on the TikTok live. First follow of the day, dude. First follow of the day. That's just my opinion, bro. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm betting on AI art remaining soulless. AI is Skynet for artists? Yeah. Well, and again, I think I've argued this point, and that's one that the DVD community does not like to hear about, but I have argued that if the average experience that people had with human artists was a better experience, then a lot of people would be less inclined to use AI art. I think a lot of people use AI art because it's like a give and take, right? They're like, well, the art may not be as good, but I get what I want and I get it quickly. And I'm not saying every artist has this issue, but I mean, artists are pretty well known for being inconsistent, unreliable. Like, it's a common thing within other content creators when discussing art. Like, it's an industry where it's very much accepted that you commission something and then a year later you still haven't got the commission done. Or the commission isn't done right or whatever. And then, again, you can't throw every artist in that same umbrella. And it's not a fair reaction. It's not a fair response to say, well, I had an bad experience with one artist, therefore all artists are inconsistent. But I think the market would be a lot less appealing to people if the common response to, or the common experience people had with commissioning art was like, wow, I got exactly what I was looking for. I got it early or got it on time. You know what I'm saying? But that's how markets breed. I've never taken more than 2 weeks to, and you're, like I said, you would absolutely be categorized by my knowledge of your body of work. You'd be in that first category. Again, like, the problem is that work ethic and commitment to responsibilities and commitment to, what's the word? For like agreements. Basically, that's kind of a lost art these days. It's become very commonplace for people to cosplay a child as an adult and be like, oh, not my fault, you know? Oh man, I'm such a mess. Like, I don't know. And I've met artists that had incredible work ethic. And I've met artists that did not. I have absolutely had commissions where it was still not fully finished over 2 years later. I've had one commission that still hasn't been completed. After I prepaid, because I prepaid under the expectation that if I prepaid, it would be more likely to get done in a timely fashion. So, yeah. And that's just my in a vacuum experience, which doesn't mean that I think every artist is poor at their job. And it hasn't dissuaded me from using real art, actual artists. But all I'm saying is that I can see the perspective of someone saying, well, I've been burned by 4 artists in the last 2 years. And if I go put in a prompt, it'll make me the art right now. And even if the art sucks, I get what I'm looking for. And I get it right away. I can see why that would be attractive. It's not what I do, but I can see why it would be attractive. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's handy, promotes laziness on human part, less brain power, using kills. Yeah. So the idea is supposed to be that AI eliminates redundancy so you can stress your brain and push your brain to do more. But I think that it maybe encourages the other thing. The opposite direction. Like, oh man, I use AI to take care of this stuff, and then I can commit more time to Netflix. Yeah, I use AI for... I literally only use AI for checking my math homework and, like, researching, like... If I, like, read a thing or hear a thing, I'll be like, yo, is this real? And then even then, I still gotta fact check that because it's not always correct, right? But it can cut through a lot of research. And that's nice. Like the math homework thing is the big thing. That's what I'd miss the most. If a law came out today that banned AI from being used, I would miss the math homework.
I feel at home.
I just like to check my work.
Night.
I just like to check my work, chat. Is that so wrong? But again, I echo basically the perspectives of anyone that says, like, AI should be doing my taxes, not making art. It should be eliminating redundancy, not creating music and film. But what happened instead is people Typically people that are talentless or failed in whatever talent-based industry look at it as a quick and easy way to scam some bucks. I mean, we're wired. Evolutionarily, we are wired to do things the easiest way possible. It's in our human nature. AI's doing incredible things as far as cancer screening, picking up lesions on scans. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like they say that AI is at one point going to eliminate so many illnesses and so many diseases. Not to mention, hold up. Like the theory is, and of course theories are just that, theories. The theory is that in a very short period of time, we'll be in a place medically where your average 70-year-old can be biologically 30. I don't like the sound of that, man. I don't want to be 70. Ada's not going to take a hit for this guy? Damn, dude. Ada could have took a hit for this guy, dude. And again, I always treat AI in the same way that I treat, like, my example that I use, and it might be anti-intellectual, I don't know. The example I use is like airplanes, dude. Like, a great and many evils are committed via the tool, the airplane, right? But don't sacrifice your commercial airlines on the altar of the B-52 bomber. All right, well, that was not what I was trying to do. Somebody vaulted that pallet, right? No? Ooh, nice. Nice. Skibbity. Hey, I want to ask if I can make some art for your channel. No, thank you. Appreciate the offer, but I'm good on art right now. Yo, what's up, Jackson? How we doing, little buddy? Whoa. I'm coming, Dave. I can make AR your favorite? No, thank you. Appreciate the offer, man, but I think I'll pass. What's up? Nice. think Drak's better than Wesker on TVA? Yes, I do. I think Drak has everything Wesker has and more. Really, the only argument for Wesker is that he's got the the built-in slowdown of them having to cleanse. But otherwise, I think Drak kind of clocks him in every category. He's got map control. He's got 3 dashes for a health state. She wants to get hooked so bad, dude. That one's been trying to get hooked all game. What's up, Xander? You ready for Cena's last round? Sure, dude. Can I say, like, this might even be a hot take, all right? But does anybody really think that John Cena is going to retire all the way? That he'll never have another match after this run? Do we really think that? Wrestlers are never retired, dude. So you're falling out. You got me playing 3-make again? Let's go. Sounds like a good problem to have, dude. I figured that was gonna happen.
Stop me.
Okay. Yeah, 3-make's a good one, dude. That's a fun game. Okay. Retirement is another word for surprise. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's gonna be even the wrestler again. It's all about focus now. You think he's that stubborn? I don't think so, bro. So there's this funny thing that happens in the world, right? Where you actually command more money the more in demand your services are. And I can't imagine the WWE won't call in a favor at some point. Like, hey, we've numbers are down. We need something to pop ratings. Enter John Cena, bro. Maybe you're right, Karen. You might be right. I mean, John's a pretty principled guy. Have your random killers been? They've been great, man. I mean, I'll be real with you, dude. Like, TV8 is so unserious. It's so unserious that I'm just like, whatever about it. Like, I'm playing, dude. Yeah, I'm just goofing, dude. I think we almost lost the, we almost tied the first game with a hillbilly. He did his best, but it was a tough team. It's funny when you have these people who are like, we need to get MMR out of DBD so that the game will be more fun. And it's like, man, games are more sweaty when there's no MMR. At least in 2v8. It's like, do we feel like these games have been less sweaty with the MMR turned off? I don't think so. I think you got a bunch of Survivor players stacking up. I know they're trying to win. How dare? Oh. We could be in trouble here, bro. Ooh, maybe we're all right. Maybe we're all right. Maybe we're all right. Nice. He said that you hit that? Thank you. I deserve that. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about here, man. Despite the fact that they're getting railed, they're still getting the gens done, dude. Does this feel like fresh installs to you guys? Like, I don't know. Kind of feels like they know what they're doing. Nothing wrong with it, though, man. I like a tough game. We pretty much got this one won already. Yeah, this one's won. David will find the hatch, and he'll tell the others what he saw here today. I heard you Ghostfish miss a few times. I think he's new, so you act pretty unserious. Exactly. It's an unserious mode. The difference between a win and a loss in 2v8 is kind of the difference between a win and loss in any mode. It's irrelevant. Wins feel good and losses feel bad overall, but it's not that serious. If you're still thinking about a DBD loss for more than about a minute after the game, I think you really gotta take a step back. Take a step back. Hey, I love you, Just Too Newbie. How you doing, brother? I love you. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just doing solos right now. Just doing solos, man. Just trying to pass some time. I gotta go to biology class today. Probably gonna have to leave early too, because I don't know where I'm gonna park. The parking machines were down when I got there earlier today. Biology, you liking it? Yeah, I am. Very interesting. Very interesting, bro. I think we're starting on primates today, bro. I think we start on primates today, bro. There's a bunch of primates talking about me on Twitter right now. It's crazy. I get to learn where they came from, dude. Uh-oh, my headset's battery is low, dude. That's not good. That's not good. Pajama Pants Sable, what's up, dude? Ooh, that was a nice little hit, bro. I'm not kidding. That was tasty. Bro clocked me pretty good on that one, dude. So this far into the game with no gens done, this definitely feels like a loss. We'll see though. What's going on with Twitch? I had to reload the player like 6 times. I have no idea. Website's held together by bubblegum and scotch tape, dude. You don't want to keep chasing? You don't want to keep chasing? Well, thankfully they got a gen done during 1v7. They always cook with Sable, they know their audience. Yeah, man. Sable haters are the worst, bro. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, I'm actually surprised he didn't come for me, dude. Hey, what's up, Rick? Diamonds, bro. They're everywhere, bro. The diamonds are coming for me on Twitter, dude. I love you, bro. I hope you're having a good day. This game was promised 3,000 years. True, dude. Yeah, cheers to you as well, man. I want you to know that partially through your inspo, Rick, I'm starting up a foundational running program again today so I can get myself into them ultra marathons you keep talking so much about. Not coming for you because you juice too much? I guess not. Typically they let their ego... I would have let my ego go. I would have come for me. I would have come for me for sure. I would have wanted to prove myself. Runner's High is top 3. I'm telling you. So I was reading that book, Atomic Habits, and he was talking about kind of just like, what's the word? Like, it's like optimizing for, I guess essentially what it was like, if you love to do something that other people hate, become amazing at it. Because, like, right off the rip, I just love running, right? And most people don't like running. For a 62 mile, you got this, dude. I'm so proud of you, bro. Keep up the good work, bro. But yeah, so most people don't like running. So, I love running, so I might as well lean into it. It's a strength area where few are motivated to really push themselves like that. On my X-Track and X20 teammates picked up running again. It's the best, dude. It's so good for my mental health, dude. My goal to run the Moab 240 in 2027. You got this, dude. That's a lot of time to prepare, bro. You're already a quarter of the way there. Well, should pick up running again. River Bear, I would highly recommend it. I'm doing it. I got a run on the schedule today, man. It's been a long time. Been a few months at least. I also would have dropped Chase. I can when a Survivor runs better than me. Yeah. Yeah, I would have dropped. I probably would have dropped Chase earlier. But I think when I found me at Maine, I would have stayed on me. Because I didn't really have anything to work with there. I was going to go down. We're all going to be running, man. True. You have to qualify with a 100 miler, so that's the next goal then, right? You just take it one step at a time, bro. You got 62 next year, and then you do the 100 the next year, and then boom. 2027, you're killing it, dude. And it's crazy with those ultras, because like every single stage, you go a little further into insanity, right? Like most people have never done a half marathon. And then after that, most people have never done a full marathon. And then after that, most people have never done a 50 miler. And then after that, most people, and you get more and more elite company before you're like, wow, 0.001% of society has ever done what I'm about to do. It's got to feel good, man. Dang, he was looking the other way. Let's throw all of our running arcs. We should, man. Create a little force of little running men, running gals, and running non-binary pounds, bro. Just let him pick you up. I'm gonna get a flashlight save. Here he comes, here he comes. Stop crawling to me! Got him. Got him! Yeah, he hit that one dirty flame strike early. It's just been kind of nothing doing since then, bro. Oh, okay. 59 was crazy then, but my wife and I were hallucinating. Also charged by a deer. Dang, dude. That deer must not know who you are, bro. That's a foolish deer to charge a unit like yourself, bro. Right into the belly of the beast, dude. Yeah, I can't wait, man. It all starts with that first run, dude. So today is just gonna be a nice light one. Gonna warm up the band a little bit. First I thought I was a mountain lion. Yeah, mountain lion. Now that's a little different, bro. How far? So the goal is 3 miles, but I haven't ran in a few months, so I'm not gonna push it. I don't want to overdo it on day one, so I'm gonna get out there, low pace, 3 miler. And if I start hurting or I get torched early, I'll just kind of chill out. So the thing is, I set up a 4-week plan. I think it's like 12, 16, 18, 22 miles over 4 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to bounce back that fast, so I'm just going to start with week 1, and then if I'm not capable of week 1, I'll extend it, and then just kind of do that. So, you know, and if I once I get to the week 1, then I move on to week 2, and then I stay on week 2 until I get to week 3. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's one of those things that, like, you can't plan for what your body's gonna do, right? So you just get an idea what you want to do, and then you try it out. I'm smart enough. I've had my running career derailed by injuries enough times that I'm not gonna let ego force me into pushing it. You wanna play games with Running Man TV? You just did this weekend, bro. How much more of me do you need, Noxie? I can't get that trap without dropping the pallet. I know to fill the L4D2. I haven't played Left 4 Dead 2 in years, man. I like the game, though. No, I'm coming. No! My plan! It's falling apart! No! Big swings times 2, dude. No! How can you not have fun in 2v8, bro? How can you not have fun doing this, dude? That's so funny, dude. Hydration is the most important. We also got electrolyte tablets that we have. Yeah, electrolyte tablets are clutch, correct. Yeah, I gotta get better about drinking more hydration, bro. I drink too much zero sugar soda, dude. I promise, after I finish this ginger ale, I'll be right on top of my hydration, dude. All right? I'm not running for a few more hours, so. I got. Oh, man. Let me finish my ginger ale, and then I'll. At least you're feeding the hungry. They're true. Okay, we don't necessarily need to clip that, bro. I don't know where the inspiration comes from clipping that exact moment, but it's, you know, I accept it. It goes into the archives, chat, as another time where I was wronged.
Lead times.
It's okay though. I forgive you, Mama. I forgive you. You can still be my best man at the wedding. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back. I love you guys. Bro, I gotta be honest, man. This playlist is hitting today. This music reminds me of like Sega Genesis music, bro. The Bill has a gross clip at yeah, dude, that's true. Dude, Rick, I don't know if you're still here, but I want you to know that I got a mustache now, which I just busted out the mustache this weekend. But you saw the first ever mustache I ever grew, dude. Rick was there, chat. My friend Rick, over in the TikTok chat, witnessed my first ever mustache. Like, 20 years ago. All right, tackle some heavy topics here, so I just want to throw you a softball once. What's your ideal hypothetical tax policy? A flat tax based on sales tax. So every person, regardless of status, would pay the same amount of taxes, but depending on how much they spent, that would also apply to like acquiring businesses. Any sort of purchase of any kind would be taxed, right? And that way you would have full autonomy over when you pay taxes. There would no longer be any taxation without representation in that hypothetical system. And people that were buying Cybertrucks would be paying taxes on their Cybertruck, and people that were buying a $500 beater off of Craigslist would pay taxes on that, and I feel like things would kind of equalize in a really good way. That'd be my hypothetical, and I'm open to hearing why that wouldn't work or why people have issues with that. Is paying an employee a taxable purchase? I don't know. I don't think so. You're not purchasing anything for... I don't know. That's a good question. Doesn't seem like it would be. I only have 40 minutes to play, but hey, my floors are clean. I showered and my baby's napping. Yeah, that's a massive W, dude. That's a massive W. You can't twist that in anything but a W. 40 minutes to play is 40 minutes to play. I wanted to play Street Fighter so bad yesterday, but I told myself I was not playing 1 minute of Street Fighter until my videos were uploaded, my homework was done, and all of my responsibilities were taken care of. And then right as I was finishing that off, my kid came over and he wanted to play Resident Evil 5. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll play Street Fighter tomorrow. I just didn't have the time, man. So I should make a game called 30 Minutes to Game. Honestly, in the reality, if you stay busy, it's really rare to find time where you can just play video games for fun. Damn it, dude. Proposal is good with the increased purchases from unregistered sellers and black market style transactions would boom. Yeah, that's true. Which would be such a shame because there's never any tax fraud now. You know what I mean? So, because of that, then tax fraud would be invented. Oh no. Again, if anything, it would give power back to private parties, right? It would give power back to private parties that want to say, hey, let's leave the government out of this one. And again, like I said, this isn't a fully fleshed out. I don't have like a proposal ready to read to you guys, right? It's more like a hypothetical. How the government make money? Yeah, I know, right? I had a conversation. What was this conversation? Let me think about it. Let me think about it. I was talking to Brittany about. She made some comment about government workers, and I was like, the TLDR was that like the government doesn't actually own or have anything. The government entirely redistributes things, right? There's no such thing as government property because the government doesn't own anything. The people that own stuff. Also, usually heavily taxed the poor who need to buy essentials rather than the current system where most or all their income tax is refunded. Interesting. What's up, Donaldo? You got Twitch? Let's go. I'm live there. I'm live there every day. You got a cool fan base? Good. Right on, dude. Congratulations. And then, like, I don't know about heavily taxing. Like, I didn't even propose, like, a tax rate, right? But is it assumed in America that poor people spend more money than rich people? Because if it's assumed that rich people spend a lot more money than poor people by rights of having more money to spend, right? Then it would also be assumed that they would end up paying more of the fabled fair share, and tax rates for the less wealthy would probably be pretty low, comparatively speaking. Like, I wonder if people would be like a net gain or net positive in terms of how much they spent tax-wise per year. Because I would assume that if the raw numbers said that rich people spent a lot more money and contributed a lot more in taxes, then they would reasonably be able to keep that number pretty low, which would be a net win for poor people. And a net neutral for rich people. They wouldn't really even notice it, right? Right, I'm talking about raw numbers, River, not percentage. Obviously, like, if you're a trillionaire, relative to how much you have, you're probably spending less than a person with $11 in their savings account is spending, right? But I'm talking about from like a net raw numbers standpoint. Like, if we're talking about funding the government, we're not talking about like per capita type stuff. We're talking about like raw numbers, right? So if you're saying that, well, isn't it assumed that if there was a flat sales tax, like federally, that the state sales tax would be decreased, if not completely deleted? That's another thing to consider too. Like most places have a state sales tax. California, yeah, well, California is a rare breed, dude. Not sure I'd use California as my litmus. But I do get what you're saying. Like, again, I don't have, like, the numbers in front of me, but, like, in a hypothetical reality, let's say the federal government imposed a 10% flat sales tax on every purchase. I think if you're talking about 10 cents to the dollar on buying like Speed Stick and trash bags, right? For a few bucks a piece. Probably not going to be hyper noticeable. But as you scale up to people that are like purchasing yachts and buying businesses and whatnot, I'd be willing to bet it would be a net positive in terms of like later. But again, I'm not an economist. I'm just spitballing my thought process here. How about taxing churches? I mean, I don't know if I have an opinion about that, positively or negatively. Like, you're not gonna. It's not a gotcha where I'm gonna be like, no, of course not. Like, I don't know. I think all taxation is theft. So, but if we're already all getting robbed, I don't know why they can't get robbed too. At least for the time being. Yo, now thank you for that follow on the TikTok live. 3 follows on a day, bro. 3 follows on a day. Yeah, I mean, like that's not really a conventional gotcha because I'm not strongly opposed to that as a concept. I'm gonna run a quick ad, chat. Sorry, I hate to do it now, but I should have stayed in the post game chat so it didn't ready me up. But I gotta run an ad. We're gonna get pre-rolls. Yeah, I think fundamentally, like where I'm at in terms of economic policy, right? Like that's my biggest like the whole tariffs debate that was happening a year or two ago, right? My whole thing with tariffs was like, it's just another tax, bro. No, I got you. I wasn't accusing you of a gotcha more than like I've heard that used as a gotcha pretty frequently. So it's like, that's not one that causes me to be like, oh, like I don't know, man. I think all taxation is theft. And so, since we're already all being robbed by the government, I don't see why they shouldn't be robbed by the government as well. Don't care if you hate him, he's right. Thank you so much, Ian, for another month of that tier 1 best friend to 2 brother.
I don't care if you hate him, he's right.
Ian, thank you so much for the 18 months, nearly a year and a half, bro. Insane work, dude. Thank you. Assuming that if you wanted to have essential federal service programs funded, you couldn't just abolish income tax above and up the sales tax a lot unless you had another plan? Well, no, that was the whole idea, is getting rid of the income tax and instead replacing it with a sales tax so that people have autonomy over when they're paying taxes. And then when Trump was on, when he was campaign Trump and he was just lying through his teeth about all the things he was going to do, he talked about abolishing the IRS, getting rid of the income tax, and just doing a straight tariffs plan, which is essentially, like, in many ways similar to the flat sales tax. So again, during campaign season, I was anti-tariff with the asterisk that if the tariff policy means we remove the income tax, then that's not my ideal solution, but it's better than what we have now, so. So you guys see the benefits of your contributions? Should we live without social program? I never said we should live without social program. I mean, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have an affordability crisis to the point. You know, I mentioned this before, but I was not. There were a lot of people in right-wing spaces that were like, LMAO, SNAP benefits, get effed, right? And they were like, those programs shouldn't exist anyways. And I'm like, yeah, I agree those programs shouldn't exist. But they do, and people rely on them. So, and when you look at the massive monoliths that is the defense spending, or like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, like maybe those are ones that should be looked at before the lowest common denominator. And
Don't even try.
again, like I never once said that I don't think that, I mean, I don't think social programs should need to exist, but that's the world we live in, not the world we want to live in, right? Like when you talk about politics, or you talk about really anything at scale like that, like there are two realities. The one we want to live in and the one we actually live in, right? And so again, taxation is theft because, again, like it's a collection of not only we really have no say in anything, we have no autonomy, but then also, yeah, the contributions, like what are...
Is it possible?
Hold on a second. Let me lock in on this real quick. I don't suggest they shouldn't exist. Try to figure out how things continue to be funded with massive tax cuts, particularly to the rich. Well, did I propose a massive tax cut when I said that everything should be done on an optional sales tax where you have autonomy over whether or not you contribute to taxes by buying or not buying things? Like, I'm not sure that would be a tax cut. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think that... I haven't crunched the numbers, and I guess somebody smarter than me probably has. And then also, it's not just a wave of one and you fix the problem sort of thing, right? Again, it's like, with regards to tariffs, like tariffs, net negative. Tariffs are new taxes, net negative.
Be quite fun at times.
Can tariffs replace the income tax? Oh, maybe I feel differently about that. But unfortunately, that wasn't real. And there never really was any intention to... So it feels like a net L because not only is a tariff a new tax, but then it also doesn't replace any old taxes. So it's just more taxes. Yikes. Nice. Well played, dude. Yeah, like the entitlement programs is a whole other, it's a whole other can of worms to open, right? Because like, and really it's like not relevant. I'm gonna be really honest and say like, who fucking cares at this point? Because like, that money is such a drop in the bucket compared to like foreign aid, compared to defense spending, compared to like, it's one of those things that like, I don't want to sound like a kook, but it's like, this is exactly what they want, man. They want a bunch of people on Twitter being like, 40 million people are on Snap. How many of those people are illegals? How many of those people are lying? And they don't really need, it's like, none of it fucking matters, dude. It's like 1%. It's such a small amount of the federal budget, like, but if we're all arguing over who's getting food stamps, then we're not paying attention to the fact that we're about to spend a 20-year, or sign a contract to send 20 years of foreign aid to Israel. Like, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I'd be willing to bet if they nix the Israel deal, they'd have enough money to fund SNAP for the next 20 years without any question, without any strain on the budget, right? I feel like that's real. I could be wrong. I don't know how much money SNAP costs the average, or costs the federal government. My friend went taxed like here in Colorado. I get taxed for school and the state parks and camping. I use neither. I feel like I should be taxed for thing I use. Yeah, I see it. I get it. Do you guys get what I'm saying though? Like it's much ado. It's like much ado about nothing. Because people are all so fixated on things that really aren't that big of a strain on the budget. But again, it comes back to, you can also argue my original point, which is the world we live in and the world we want to live in, right? I don't think you should be sending aid to any country ever. Yeah, America only, bro. America first, America only. Again, like, we can reassess that position when we've got a budget that's either in the green or at the minimum balanced, right? And that's a long ways away, dude. But that's when you can start having the nitpicky conversations about who do we send aid to. It like makes me furious when I think about it deeply. Like the concept that we as a country pretend that we're this empire and that we gotta go bail everybody out from all their financial problems. And we have like a literal financial crisis on our hands, dude. Like who the heck are we to bail anybody out? We have a financial crisis right now. It's like if I had an aunt or an uncle, right? And they had no money in their savings account. They owed money to their landlord. They owe money to the car dealership. They owe money to the electric company. They owe money to all these places. And they have 6 credit cards. And all those credit cards were maxed out, right? And my car broke down, and I'm like, hey, Aunt Beth, can I borrow some money? Can I have some money for my car? My transmission went out. And she just like wrote me a check. Like that's us. That's literally us right now. Like that's who we are as a country. Like the audacity to think that we are in a position to help out. It's like mind numbing, dude. Like all the credit cards are maxed out. We got a massive bill from every single industry. People in our country are starving. People in our country are poor. I don't know, man. It just seems like common sense. Like, who do we think we are? What do we think we have? You know? Common sense hasn't been so common. Yeah, I'd argue like the last 50 years, honestly.
Try not to bleed out too quickly.
But yeah, Trump ran on tariffs replacing income tax. Trump ran on abolishing the Department of Education and the IRS. He ran on where'd she go? She go that way? I lost her, dude. He ran on the tax code being 1 page, right? And bro's got a few more years. Got a few more years to turn those campaign promises into reality, but it really doesn't feel like we're going that direction, but maybe. You never know. But everybody's got a whole lot to say about a whole lot of stuff that's not really moving the needle on any of these very real issues, right? Cool, man. GG's. There's nothing all can be done. Yeah, correct. Well, then, I mean, we go, like, you get super black pill when you start really thinking about it, right? Because, like, what we're relying on for there to be real change is people in positions of power who are benefiting from the system being against us, working together to change the system to favor them. Right? Like the system is broken and favors the wealthy and disfavors the poor and powerless by design, right? I know that's like edgelord. It's edgelord stuff, but it's like true. It's like by design. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Right? Yep. And the only way that you change that and you fix that is to basically, as a populist, demand that you be catered to or replaced and really start punishing these people. And I think that's where we're headed. Like, I'm very white pill about it. I really do think, like, populist, America first, on both sides of the conversation is what's happening. That's what's going to happen. It's the only way. Big chemicals with a sales tax, saving investing doesn't get taxed. Feeding a family does, there's less the rich continue to keep most of their income untaxed while pays dividends, while lower class gets to afford less due to higher sales tax, causing fewer sales. Yeah, that's probably reasonable. I don't, like I said, it was off the cuff alternative theory, but yeah, that's the best I can come up with. Says Roxanne, it just has flaws like the system we have now, yeah. And that's what, like, I didn't even say that because I was like, I don't want to come off as contentious, but it's like, yeah, it's just an imperfect system like all of them, you know? Like, I don't know. I think we have arguably one of the best imperfect systems globally in terms of, like, our free market, which is not really a free market, but... But I keep saying it, and it pisses off a lot of people. It pisses off a lot of people in like conservative circles, but like there's a reason why the socialism lie looks so attractive and why communism looks so attractive is because like the system that by design is not working for most people at the moment. And there is no free market alternative being presented. So now how do we rob the rich without them getting away with tax evasion, right? Because I was thinking the same thing. It's like all these plans these people put forward where it's like, oh, we're just going to tax the rich like 80% or some crazy figure. Is this going to encourage more jobs to leave the country, more companies to leave the country? Like they'll just go. It's like the whole, in a grand scale, it's like the whole New York problem, right? Like everybody, they're like, oh, we're going to tax all the mega rich in New York. And the moment that Mamdani was announced as the new mayor of New York, a bunch of their future tax cows were just like, well, we're gone. We're going to Texas. We're going to Florida. How do you solve that? You can't force them to stay. And then you're like, well, we'll just make it illegal for overseas companies to operate in America. Okay, well then they'll just stop operating in America. I don't know, man. There's always like a way for them to just be like, oh, okay, well, bye. Money's an insane concept, mostly digital, and the actual currency in circulation is cotton paper with dead guys on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I was like thinking about that the other day. I was having this like existential moment thinking about these like rich lobbyists that they look into a bank account and they just see this giant number. It's like, that's not even real, dude. It's just a number on their phone, man. Does she know she has the power on this character? Like you can press this button. You can press this button and you become invisible and fast. Are you aware? She bloodlusting me, boys. I know, that's what I'm saying, Pariah. She has a power on that character, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing, Spiritu? What's up? You play Survivor, you get down to red. Yeah, I play both sides. I get red rank every season. No power spirits like second to nurse is worst killer in the game, yep. Yeah, you're just 110 doing nothing, dude. I thought she was gonna bloodlust me there, but I can just keep moving. Like 2v8 is designed where if they just stick to you in the chase. Nice. Oh, I ran into a tree, bro. I ran into a pole. No, she's coming for me, bro. She knows where her button's at. She must have mapped it. She mapped her power button, dude. I don't see where she's at. Did you reduce the bloodlust numbers in 2v8? Like, give me T3 bloodlust in like 10 seconds? Yeah. I don't think I hate the idea, but I don't think that survivors would accept that. I think that they'd be very unhappy. We're in a golden age with Survivor right now. Because Killer's taking a shellacking, which is fine. I don't really care. Like, DVD accounts for about 4% of my happiness, so don't really care what they do. They could literally make every killer into a 110 killer and add 20% more pallets. I mean, all right, that's what we're playing now. Survivors your main W, dude. Follow me on this. Most killers use their powers just to release bloodlust. Also have 7 teammates, only have 1. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, but I don't think survivors would accept that, bro. People go next already. Scott made a video about it that was really good. He was just like talking about how, like, inarguably they've been continuing to buff Survivor over and over and over again. And people going next is like at an all-time high. It just it defies any logic. Oh, she dropped down. Ah! Nice shot. Let me go download Battlefield 6 and get off my blood-soaked lawn. Real, dude. Battlefield 6 rules, dude. I haven't played in a while, but Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders both. People don't like certain killers. Yeah, people don't like any killer. There's no killer. There's no, like, universally accepted killer anymore. It used to be Wesker, but even Wesker. I got a meeting. All right, sounds good. Have a good meeting. I love you. I'm out, dude. I'm not gonna let him two-tap me, bro. I just sunk into quicksand running out of there, bro. You have a mustache? Why, dude? My mustache. It's a generational mustache, dude. This mustache is gonna cure income inequality. I tell you right now. You even notice? Yeah, I made it this weekend, bro. I shaved my mustache and then I put it in the outro of my Patreon video. I was like, you guys get the exclusive first look at the stash, dude. A stash of Super Troopers worthy? Would you like a liter of cola? Yeah, give me a liter of cola. That was funny. I like that Huntress. This is a good sport. I don't have problems with most killers, but you make me go against a knight. Yeah, I'm going next. Yeah, man. And that's the thing. So when you apply that theory, right? When you apply that concept at scale. Yeah, I saw it when Trump said Massey's white. That was all scummy and gross and unimpressive, unprofessional. Again, I got a good buddy who's, you know, pretty big fan of Trump. And not a big fan of Massey for the usual reasons, but I can still be willing to assume that he would not condone nor be impressed with that sort of rhetoric on social media. It's just, it's an unbecoming look, especially when you're punching right, dude. You know? Hope you're having a great day. Yo, what's going on, Steve? I love you. I'm having a great day. Thank you. It's been a great stream. Anyways, what I was saying is that when you have people that go next for a variety of reasons, that's not a big problem in a vacuum. Like, hey, I only go next on Plague because Plague makes me feel gross or whatever. That's fine. But when you apply it to scale, you know? When you apply it to scale, it becomes a real issue. Because then, essentially, it's like, I know the slippery slope argument is used as a cop-out a lot. What's up, Seth? I love you, bro. It's good to see you. But it really is like, if you start accepting it for a few things, then all of a sudden, everybody does it. They're like, well, it's no different than going next on Clown. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? And again, I've always been a big supporter of, like, people having the right to do whatever they want. You should be able to DC, but there should be consequences for doing that. They gotta make it unattractive. So like you got, hold on. I gotta plug in my headset, it's dying. You look at some games, man, and I know DBD's not the same. Zelenski's about to buy 100 French warplanes? Oh, bro, that guy. Those are the stale battle for all sorts of funding programs that relies on tax dollars. Realize they asked us for federal expense. I'm sure it wouldn't take 6 months to cast a vote. Yeah, right.
And so it begins.
Yeah. Yep. Again, you guys know me. Constitutional conservatism, like fiscal responsibility. I think more and more, the less we have, the less federal control and the more state control, the better. I mean, the closer it gets to the people, the closer, the more influence they have over what happens, right? So, without speaking in a broad sense, I do think generally, the less the federal government's involved, the better. Generally. There are, of course, exceptions to that. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm not having a great game. Let me do a pokey catch. This will cleanse my palate. Man, I started the pallet throw animation too, bro. Unluckers. But yeah, all the Trump chirping at Massey and MTG seems a little unnecessary. In some cases seems a bit disloyal. But I assume that Trump's people are in his ear and they said, well, we're going to lose this vote. So he made the political decision to, rather than continue to fight it and push back, he just said, all right, just do it then. Yeah, she says she's still going to support his administration. She has a lot more class than him. Yeah, so there are levels to these games, bro. And I would argue that optics-wise, yeah, she's showing a lot more class, right? But I really think she wants to run for president or possibly vice president. So I would just definitely approach it like his approval ratings are low. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene. So Trump's approval ratings are low. The base is getting fractured. The Democrats just had a blue wave. And now Marjorie's on The View. You know, she's chirping. And again, I don't disagree with a lot of the things she says. And, you know, if she's genuinely America first, then more power to her. Like, yeah, let's go. Always better to have another voice. So 0% to be president magnetism together because they're too busy coping with each other for the echo chamber. I don't know, man. I have a theory. Let's just assume. Hi, baby. I love you so much. It's so good to see you. I missed you. How's your coffee? Did you finish it? You gotta DM me the tea you were talking about. I'm very curious. It's very good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So, James, what would Trump do? Advance round with MTG as VP? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure that Trump would do anything. I'm not sure that he'd be in a position to do anything other than condemn it, disavow it, right? But the question is, what is his? Let's say the next 3 years are exactly the same as this year, and the base is not having it. Like, does he still command as much value in an endorsement at that point? I'd argue that probably not. I'm not even arguing that I think that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying, like, in that fictional world, right? Where the next 3 years are exactly the same as the last year. Right? Hey, what's going on, Pumpkin? How are you, dude? Oh, my bad. My bad, dude. Right? So, there's like levels to these games, bro. Well, I would argue that his base right this minute, his base, the MAGA base, is fractured. Like, there's no debating that. Like, even people that I know that are like hardcore Trump guys are like, what are we doing, dude? They're really pushing back on stuff, right? All right, sounds good, baby. Right, and so now imagine that going on for 3 more years. How much of a what's the word? How much of a what? One time I was here, you're comparing orange to behavior. Comparing what to behavior? Orange? I don't know what that means. Hold on, I gotta get caught up on my DMs here real quick. Brittany sent me a tea. You like using the orange emoji? Nice. Yeah, I'm always yapping about politics, man. I love it.
We must prepare a proper welcome.
All right. Really, it's the same news about our campaign to become president? What do you mean? What you mean, man? All I'm saying is that, like, I think there are two roads that we go down in 3 years. All right. There's one road where Trump course corrects. I love that Pelican, the aggressive. I know, dude. I thought maybe I'd get my heel done in time, but he sent it, bro. So again, there's two roads that are I mean, there's a third road, but that road, the two biggest likelihoods I see are in one road, Trump turns it around, starts delivering on campaign promises, right? Builds the base back up, unifies the right, finishes strong, endorses JD Vance, and then JD Vance is the next president. Vice President Marco Rubio, probably. It's my guess. That's one way that it can go. Another way is, well, there's more than two ways, yeah. Because, all right, in the second scenario, everything falls apart. It continues down the way it's going now. The base gets fractured. And JD, when the time comes, runs on MAGA and gets slaughtered. Absolutely destroyed in the general election, right? That's another possibility. Third possibility, things go badly and near midterms, or no, sorry, near midterms, near the, what are they called? The primaries, JD turns on Trump, starts talking shit and being like, oh yeah, MAGA sucks. I know how to fix it. I've been dealing with this for all these years. I've had to stay quiet. Now it's my chance to really take over and really fix things, right? Right? And then he kind of goes against MAGA and potentially wins that way. He might not win, but he potentially wins that way. Right? That's one possibility. That's another possibility. There's a bunch of different ways it can go, right? And then there's always like the possibility that he just sort of stays quiet. Doesn't really stand for anything specific. And he loses the primary to like a Tucker Carlson MTG ticket. And that's the ticket that I assume we'll have to see if somebody goes anti-MAGA to really have any sort of shot of making a dent. Bernie finds a new rich backer and becomes dude, honestly, Bernie's too old now. Bernie would still have a case, man. He had a case in 2016, but he let himself get cucked by the DNC, so unlucky. Okay, so James, you think the JD will crush the Republican opposition on the debate stage? Yeah, you're probably right, but what good is that if he doesn't really run on anything? Mecha Sanders? All right, bet. Even if he was Mecha Sanders, they'd still make him see the nomination to Kamala Harris Redux. You vote for Mecha Sanders? I bet a lot of people would. That's what people don't realize, man, is like, all we really want is something different. It really doesn't even matter what that different is, just as long as it's different. Because, like, I don't care how good an orator you are, what are you running on? And then again, this assumes that the next 3 years are exactly the same as this last year's been. What is he even orating on, dude? Like, does he just pick back up with the last set of campaign promises that never happened, or? And he can do that, or he can, you know, make up new campaign promises that don't happen. He can blame the left, or he can blame whatever he wants to do, right? But I don't know if that's a winning strategy, man. Yeah, no. And again, like, this will probably piss off a lot of the haters, but I actually really like JD Vance. I have a net positive opinion of JD Vance. Like, people really hate Peter Thiel. People really hate Palantir. And again, I'm not a fan of the, what's the word? The surveillance state by any stretch, but you know, Peter Thiel and Palantir, like, Peter Thiel is like an old school libertarian, man. Yeah, you probably have opposition in the government. Correct. To a certain extent, that's correct, but for a second, I thought RPD was on fire. It is, dude. This is DLC RPD, bro. Raccoon City Fire, bro. Yeah, JD's incredible at debating. He's a great orator. He's very likable. He's very relatable. He has an interesting story. And this is not me saying, oh, I would vote for JD Vance. This is me saying that, like, my initial... There you go. You can put that away for me. My initial assessment is like, you know what? I don't hate that guy. He's classy in a lot of ways. And remember, he's tasked with being like an establishment moderate. You know, flanking Donald Trump. He's got a heavy task, bro. I tried Jordan Lord and failed this time. I don't even know. I love 2v8. Yeah, 2v8's great. I do all right on Dracula. I actually haven't seen like anything on JD Vance. I also don't research him. Yeah, I mean, most of what we saw was the election. He wasn't. I certainly wouldn't trust random rooms to go. You're so funny, bro. Yeah.
I have waited.
Yeah, and that's just exactly why I think that a guy like JD Vance can really win a general election. Can really he can really pull it off. Is because like he's such a good sport about all that couch stuff and all the fat JD, and you didn't say thank you stuff. Like he just doesn't seem to get too hung up on the nonsense, man. Every time Trump says something disgusting, like Master's wife, I remind myself we're in a better spot if Kamala was president. Yeah, I'd argue that a lot of the problems that we're facing now would be worse if it had gone the other way around. Who really knows? Who knows what she would have done? You heard he loves getting support. You gift cards, yeah, right? Totally. Hey, baby, what's up? What's up? But yeah, that's exactly. I said this last year. Why does everyone hate 2v8? Well, it ranges from personal preference to not liking the queue times on 1v4 because everybody's playing 2v8. So I talked about this during the election last year when I was allowed to say things that weren't too controversial. But Kamala Harris, her campaign ended when she went on The View, and they asked her, what's one thing you would have changed in the Biden administration? And she said nothing. She was like, nothing. I wouldn't have changed anything. I can't think of anything. And then her entire campaign was dead at that point. Like there was this, oh, you're not coming back from that. Like the Biden administration at that point, the Democrats had like record poor approval ratings, right? And the campaign was a disaster. The administration was a disaster. And she's like, well, I wouldn't change anything. Okay. That's a problem. Thank you, baby. It was a GG game. Thank you. I agree. I'm playing on your account, by the way, if you didn't know. Chad, nothing's funnier than when they say easy game after they got slaughtered. Like, they got slaughtered, bro. 3D, Trump is 4D, yeah, right? So, believe it or not, there's a lot of bitter, joyless people who play video games. They hate fun almost as much as I hate gaming. They dislike being changed. Those the rest of us enjoying TV like normal people. Exactly. Exactly. Which is precisely why I tweeted what I tweeted when I said a bunch of miserable people will be even more miserable if 2v8 stays, so I hope it stays. Analea, I love you. It's good to see you. Hello. And now people are attacking my faith openly and like ad hominem attacking me on Twitter. It's pretty funny. I don't care about your booze. I've seen what makes you cheer. Your booze mean nothing. Oh, I already got her MMR up on 1v4, bro. Her games are sweatier than my games now, dude. 2v8 accused my normal will be 20% longer, right? Exactly. Better ruin it for everybody. Chat, I'm gonna run a quick ad. Actually, I'm not gonna run an ad. I'll play one more game, and then I'll run it out. I'm gonna pee though. I do gotta pee though. BRB chat. Christians have always been attacked at the beginning of our faith. Yeah, I'm not gonna play into their hand and be like, I'm a victim. Like, it's whatever. I don't care. Attack me all you want. I know I'm a good person. I'm as good as I can be. I'm still a fractured, sinful person because that's who we are as people. But like, coming for my faith when I say it's funny that you crybabies are gonna cry even harder is pretty silly. It's an ad hominem attack. It has nothing to do with what I said, right? I just realized you're wearing a goated hat. Yo, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Pumpkin. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta pee. I got whatever, dude. Attack like this only makes me stronger. So, let me give you a little context. I'll give you a little context, all right? Yesterday, I woke up, spent quality time with the love of my life, who I'm going to marry someday. I went to church with the love of my life. I got home, I edited and released a YouTube video that matches my values. I worked on all the rest of my homework, right? I put out a Patreon video for my most loyal subscribers, my most loyal supporters. An exclusive Patreon video. I spent 3 hours playing Resident Evil 5 with my youngest son, which was very good for both of our souls, I think. Then after he left, I sat down with that love of my life that I talked about earlier and had some dinner while we watched videos together. And during that time, I had a few extra minutes. And so I made a tweet laughing at the crybabies who want 2v8 to go away. And then after that, I took a shower, I got in bed, I read 6 chapters of a book that's making me a better person. And I rounded out my night with some Twitter. And so otherwise, we flipped the script around. The people that are attacking me on Twitter, they woke up at 1 p.m. They ordered from DoorDash. And then in their 4th hour of mindlessly scrolling on Twitter, they came across my post, got offended. And then they chose to attack my faith rather than take on what I said. So, all right. Gotcha. Perfect. So why would I lose any sleep over that? It was a great Sunday. So, I interrupted their mindless Twitter scrolling with words they didn't like. And then they decided that their option was to subtweet being critical of my belief structure. Not a great advertisement for your worldview, I would add. But as a free speech absolutist, I 100% support their right to do it. And I hope that the 20 likes on Twitter were worth it. Because I still feel pretty great about my tweet. You know what I'm saying, bro? Chad, I forgot. Can somebody remind me which book in the Bible decrees that good Christians have to want 2v8 to not get extended? I guess I forgot that one. Is choose board on Patreon or done after getting back to college? Heck yeah, dude. I appreciate it. You're still a true supporter, bro. There's nothing that stops you from being a true supporter. There's no wrong way to support your favorite creator, man. Yeah, it's in Revelations. Oh, I must have missed that part of Revelations that says I have to... Thou musteth never disagree with the mainstream Dead by Daylight narrative, lest you beeth a heretic. I forgot about that book, bro. That's my bad, dude. I guess I'm more Torah coded than New Testament. The book of bitch made real, dude. Anyways. So yeah, I saw a subtweet and I was like, I could respond, but why? For what purpose, right? So far that I know of, I've been subtweeted twice, and both times there was... Again, it's not taking on the statement or taking on the argument. It's... You're a bad Christian because you said this thing that's not very nice. Okay. Sorry you feel that way, I guess. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm really good. Just playing 2v8. I got class in about an hour and a half. I should subtweet you too. How do I do that? Oh man, you could probably ask Grok. He'll teach you how to subtweet. The apparently from studying the haters on Twitter, the best way to do it is to repost the post with your comments turned off. To other than people that you subscribe to or that you follow or are followed by. Bonus points if you pre-block. That really drives the point home, dude. Like, that's what you have to, when you decide whether you want to engage with midwittery and buffoonery. I think an automatic non-starter is if somebody has comments turned off or only allow comments from people they follow or follow them, right? It's like literally tattooing on Maine. I only want people that agree with me to engage on my posts. Like if there was ever like an example of what I talked about in my original videos, like where it's like, I just don't want any dissenting viewpoints at all. 100% of people have to agree with me 100%. About everything. I don't block anyone. How did I learn how? Yeah, right? You can't block. I don't block anyone either, though. Like, what's the point in blocking somebody? I mean, that's really good if you're really happy with where you're at in life. I don't want to improve or grow or learn anything ever. I use this on Twitter to circumvent promoted content, as I know it should be at first base. Yeah, I talked to Brittany about that recently. About I wish that a lot of the ads weren't there. I wish that Elon would just ban porn on Twitter in general. Like, nobody needs Twitter for porn, but I'm not saying that porn should be banned off the internet, but like, I don't want to have to see it, man. I constantly have to see it against my will. There's any difference in opinion in classically picking a fight for engagement, possibly a bot. Yeah, there's a big difference between blocking individual people who are obviously bad faith actors and saying, I never want anyone who doesn't follow me to have an opinion about anything I say. At that point, your Twitter is a Facebook page, dude. Like, it's a MySpace at that point. What's up, Bio? Bio Angel, I love you. It's good to see you. Again, you can run your Twitter any way you want. But if your goal is to score virtue points, I don't see how that's gonna happen. You're silencing any people that might disagree with you. Yeah, right? You're out of my top 8, bro. Silly. MySpace was actually a dating site, was it? I mean, it depends on the scale. A lot of streamers have followers only mode. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I think it's funny that the first person that subtweeted me is somebody who I like very recently, within the last year, I like defended them on Twitter when they were being unduly attacked. Not that they owe me anything for that, but it is interesting to see the way people kind of forget about all that if there's a minor disagreement. Currently trying to learn how to multitask while maintaining a sleeping bubs. Oh, good luck. I feel like sleep schedules on kids and like babies are the only sleep schedules more inconsistent than Twitch streamers. Jackling Sasquatch is my #1 on MySpace, and I know other top friends. This is always controversial. That's so funny. Bro, I miss Jack Links. I know this is going to come as quite the shock to some of you, but I got to keep it real. I really like meat. I like meat a lot. Jackling Cinnamon Toast Crunch combo? Dude, when? Yeah, when are the people gonna get what they want?
Just accept your fate.
So Temples are dang on the Discord with the daily prize. Oh, we gotta do that too. I gotta get my daily. Dang. He might have this. Yeah, he's got it. Oh, man. Oh, babe, so far I haven't gotten banned on TikTok today for violence, so that's a W, right? You're at Mississippi Pot Roast? No. No, I've never had Mississippi Pot Roast. What is it? Tell me more. Tell me more. You had me at roast. Yeah, last week, Disclose, I was streaming on TikTok, and I got banned for graphic violence or something like that. I can't remember the exact message anymore. It was silly, though.
You'll pay for that.
He's gonna grab me out! Nice!
All
Oh, they did.
you have.
Bummer, dude. You think Holy Water work on Wesker? Probably not, if I had to guess. Probably not, if I had to guess. This is like the best thing is only the top 5 meals you need monthly. Chuck roast, ashu, ranch seasoning, butter, and 5 pepperoncinis. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, sounds awesome, dude. Hi, eat it. Hi, baby. Checking in on the TikTok live. Thank you for sharing the live, babe. LFG, dude.
We must prepare.
So as bad as Facebook bans, legit people need bans, got nothing, others banned for no reason. Yeah, well. Yeah, there was a whole thing. There's a whole thing with the government compelling these programs to ban people based on having the wrong views. Chat, I'm gonna run a quick ad before I ready up. 3 minutes if you watch them, no minutes if you don't. Back in a flash. I won't play any games until the live, or until the ad is over. What's the banana plague? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Yo, what's up, Bloody? You want a light bulb? Do you want a light bulb, buddy? It's like bananas from before the banana. I don't know what a banana plague is. I don't know what a gross Michael is. You guys are talking like... I swear you guys are talking in like Zoomer code, bro. Do you want a light bulb? Do you want a light bulb? I wonder if Dave went live today, chat. Inject it into my veins, Dave Smith. Inject it into my veins. He still hasn't gone live. Dave, where have you been, bro? I'm out here slumming, dude. Staying very quiet, Dave. Suppose we rush a bomb to Polish Railway? Really? Well, banana strains got disease and went extinct unless it's the current bananas that aren't as tasty. I believe you. I believe you. I didn't know anything about a banana plague. I used to work at Charlie's Produce in Seattle, though. And we were big on bananas. Bananas was a big part of our business. I don't know that I haven't done it yet. What happened? You still buy girls Michelle Bananas, the old ones from select few businesses? Yeah, it sounds like a scam, dude. I gotta do my Poke daily. Hey, I got a legend. Oh, no, I got common. It like lied and said legendary. How sad. Yeah, it faked me out. I got so excited, dude. Clearly bored of streaming here? What do you mean?
I will escape this malignant place.
Wait, I'm confused. What? He's streaming? Oh, he's streaking. Yeah. Good. Good for him, dude. Twitch streaks are awesome, dude. I've got like a 10 stream streak on tallies. No, I can't see it in the chat out. Bored, thank you so much for the streak, bro.
Are you trying to make me angry?
It's kind of wild that guy didn't swing. He would have got a hit if he swung. No, I can't see it in the chat app. I might try and so I'm actually interested in checking out this other app that my friend sent me. And I want to do one where I can put it... No, the car's not gone. Babe, they added a cone. They put like a red cone by the driver's side door. I was like, wow. Really solving the issue, boys. Hi back, I'm Doug and LeMayo. Welcome back, Mikage. But yeah, so like... When I came home this morning, I was so blown up. I was like, they put a cone out? Like, wow, you're really taking this seriously. But I'm glad they delivered the mail. You got a new pet Spood? Let's go. Pet-friendly household here. I think that my new lobbyist group, I'm going to start a new lobbyist pack, and it's going to be called Pets Over People. Our Critters is one nomination. I don't like his chances. What's the nomination? Yeah, best multiplayer, probably not going to happen. Especially since half that community wants to just PvE anyways. Bro, I almost retweeted another person this morning. Dude crying about shoot on site players and Arc Raiders. I wanted to repost him and be like me when people want to fight in a fighting game. It's like embarrassing seeing all these babies, dude. I was scratching to do 22 dashes to make I know, dude. Poor guy. It's like, dude, the amount of absolute crybabies. Why do people want to fight in this fighting game? I'm so annoyed. I don't know, man. Like, not only being offended that people want to fight in a PvP video game, but then, like, going on Twitter to attempt to shame people. It's, like, next level. From Donnie only wants to meet with Trump now after bashing me. Yeah, that's how it always goes. Of course he does. What's up, Isel? I love you. It's good to see you. How are you? Of course he does. He knows he needs Trump's help to get anything done. And then Trump's saying all the right stuff, that he's like, yeah, we got to work together to do what's best for New York. Like, that's good. I hope he stands by that. I hope he enthusiastically supports whatever nonsense bro tries to do. And that way we get a cookie cutter explanation on why it doesn't work. Because I don't want there to be the narrative, well, it would have been utopia, but Trump wouldn't let us. You know, I don't want that. You're pretty much as endgame as you can get. Yeah, Eddie's pretty far in there too. Eddie was carrying me this weekend, teaching me the ropes. All people running up shouting friendly? No, there's no such thing as friendly. When I play Ark, I'm shoot on sight. And I'll be that way until the day that I uninstall, bro. If we're at the extract and there's 18 robots flying around and some idiot pokes their head out, we're all dying, all right? You have a generation of gamers being spoon-fed by the devs and they complain to keep numbers going? Yep. 100%, Bio. Couldn't agree more. And that's the thing, man. People are like, it's a uniquely DVD problem. And I'm like, you know, I don't think that it is. Because Arc Raiders is about as mainstream as a game gets. Right? Arc Raiders is just about as mainstream as a game can get. And my entire algo is people crying about PvP in a PvP game. Or people crying about PvP in a PvE game. It's a gaming civil war, dude. I'm firmly on the side of PvP belongs in PvP games. Like, do these people not live in the real world? Like, I don't understand. Why do you expect in a PvP game for people to just be nice to you? Just cuz. It's like, I don't want to fight people in Arc Raiders. All right, have you ever considered trying out Black Ops Zombies, perhaps? Maybe something a little more your speed? Hey, I did it. I actually won a Pokemon. That was like my first Pokemon today, dude. Ah. Nice job, Shieldies. Nice job, me. I mean, if you can afford it, yeah, the more Ultra Balls, the better. You catch so much with an Ultra Ball. Small deal in the Discord, you do Poke Deal? Yeah, I do one every day. But some Stranger Things season 5 comes out. It's been almost 10 years since it started. It only took 9 years to make 8 Friday the 13th movies and some memos. Yeah, correct. Correct. I still don't have any PvE only option at ARC. Yeah, no, there's no PvP option. People are demanding a PvE only option. To which I say I support it if. Alright? That's a big if. Just do the gen, bro. Just do the gen. I've not been hooked. We have nobody doing gens. Just do the gen. It's a big if. If they delineate PvP only from PvPE, then I'm okay with it. But don't let people farm PvE. I love you so much, baby. I miss you already. I'll see you soon. Don't let people grind PvE to get cool stuff to use in PvP. Everyone should have to have the same struggle to get geared up in PvP. And apparently that's what's killing Dark and Darker, is because people can grind PvE to get stuff to bring to PvP. That guy had to get a pizza. He had a pizza on the front porch, chat. I get it, man. Do your thing. Get your pie, king. These guys became allergic to generators the second I got to 1 gen. How much time have I had this guy just chasing me this game, right? Which I don't even mind. I like chases, especially in 2v8 where it's easy. We're not getting any progress because they just reset every time somebody's injured. I was just hear the budget goes a lot of these things. Yeah, true, dude. True, dude. True, dude. Where's that money even going, dude? What are you guys catering with Panera Bread or what's up? So my 2 minutes should be changed to party mode? Yeah, right? No such thing as party mode, dude. DVD is deathly serious business. Alright, here's hoping somebody can waste some time. Just waste some time, boys. Can you leave for PvP, but I do agree that players should get to play against AI. Right, exactly, MC. And that's why I said, like, as long as you can't bring stuff from PvE into PvP, let the crybabies have their computer mode. Let them have their computer mode, dude. But if they want to farm PvE for 100 hours to bring stuff into PvP, no, I don't support it. My bad. Hi back, I'm Doug. Welcome back, Dormouse. I love you. I finally got hooked, boys. It happened. GG's. GG's. I think a bounty system would work better. Rack up bounty and Surprise if you want to play. If you play player kill a lot. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm down, dude. Dude, are we out of? Are we burned out on 2v8? We might be.
We must prepare a proper welcome.
Are we getting burned out on 2v8? Maybe. I'll be right back, chat. I gotta put something up on Brittany's screen.
So, there's nowhere to hide.
Okay, I'm back, dorks. The teammates are burned out on gens? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's okay if people are burned out on gens. This guy said good luck. I like him. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart blight, dude. Oh, look, it's Jerry. Who's Jerry? Jerry who? Are we talking Jerry as Trevor Belmont? I don't know if I get the joke, Dormouse. So I ate chicken wings for dinner the last 2 nights in a row, and now I'm starving. Because I didn't... Oh, Jerry from Riverdale. Yeah, from Riverdale. That's right. I'm so sorry, Dormouse. I missed the bit. I was just... My eyes glazed over when I did 17 gens that game. And I forgot all about Jerry, bro. How could I? I hope I don't get canceled for that, dude.
Destiny be
Just had some hot chai tea. You're levitating? Oh, dude, numbers. Numbers, good. Hot chai tea is very good. I'm not a big fan of like traditional tea. I hope I don't piss off any of the Brits in here. I remember like I used to microwave my tea water for the longest time, and then chat like demanded that I try a kettle. And so they all like crowdsourced money to get me a kettle. And then I tried it and I was like, I really don't see the difference, man. Pretty much tastes exactly the same to me. You know what I'm saying, dude? Cancel this, man. Do it, bro. I've just never been impressed with tea, man. It's like fine. It just, I'll be honest, it tastes kind of unpleasant overall. You know? Like, it's an unpleasant taste. Oh, they're gonna pull right in front of me. I'm gonna have to do what the Lord commanded me to do, which is... Oh! Never a doubt, right, chat? Never a doubt? Listen, Noxie, I'm not trying to... I know I degrade you a lot in our friendship, but I mean this with all due respect, alright? People that know way more than you have tried and failed to convince me that tea is good. Okay? I'm talking like true British folk, like the inventors of tea, bro. These people could not compel me to enjoy tea. Alright? They suggested the tea to try. They bought me a kettle. And to all those actions, I said, Patooey! Yeah, sweet tea's different. Sweet tea's not tea, bro. There's too much sugar to taste the tea. China invented tea, we just stole it? Seems legit. Surely China invented tea, is that true? I don't know, bro. Come on, man. Hi, Rob. I love you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Rob, did you get into the Arc Raiders hype? Like, is that a thing? Have you been playing Arc Raiders? I have diabetes, true, based. Because I played Arc Raiders for the first time this weekend, and I think it's going to be my new, like, playing it with the bros game. If you decide to download it, let me know. I'm bad at it. And I try to PvP every time, no matter what. But as long as we go with free loadouts, it should be pretty fun. Also, I'm friends with a couple guys who are, like, insane at it, so... We'd have some babysitters. Yarr. You have no instant retreat? Yeah. It doesn't fit for me either, bro. That's why I always love Factory so much on Tarkov. Hey, did you watch Anime? Yeah, I got a new YouTube video out yesterday, bro. I liked it. I thought it was a good one. I mean, I'm biased because it's my opinions, but... I think my opinions are pretty good, though, dude. Thank you for the shout out, bro. I appreciate that. I'm excited to see what the world provides me for a new topic. You guys see Tucker's doing like a 17,000 part 9/11 thing now? I was like, come on, Tucker. Don't give me 17 parts to watch. Look at him come, bro. Damn, they wanted to protect her right up till the blight showed up, and they were like, oh, wait, I could die. Never mind. Oh. Well, this game went pretty good. I'm not gonna say I haven't like done any research on the documentary at all, but I will say that surface level I find it really like not a very compelling subject. Not because that wasn't a big deal, but it's been like 24 years now. Like, is there really any new information? Like, do we have any new information, or is it gonna be a rehash of the same stuff that's been talked about in the last 40 documentaries? Yeah. 7-Eleven was a part-time job, dude. Correct. Correct and base take, bro. Like, I talked about this in my video, but I'm very, like, conspiracies are fun to think about, right? And there's some compelling cases to be made for some. But I tend to shade on the side of skepticism when it comes to most conspiracies, especially ones that require you to believe in things that require you to throw all logic and reason out the door, right? You guys know what the craziest thing is? They're gonna get another gen done, I bet. You guys want to bet me money they get another gen done? I bet they get another gen done. There it is. Which one was that over here? So now, despite the fact that we played very dirty this game, they're still getting all these gens done, dude. So then you have a portion of the player base who's like, if you guys sweat, that's toxic. If you try, that's a bad thing, right? But then even when we do, they're still getting gens done, man. Like, we're not slowing them down at all. 4 people are out. They're gonna get the 5th. They're gonna get the 8th gen done. Just a blight in his doge, yeah. Just a couple of dudes being bros. Just a couple of chill bros, dude. There's 0 chance. That's what I'm saying, man. I talked about it in my video yesterday. Like, you have, like, how many... Whether or not a conspiracy theory is true is almost intrinsically linked to how many people would have to keep it quiet. Like, are we pretending that in 2025, somebody with one piece of evidence that slightly led to something we don't know about one of these conspiracies would make somebody, like, a literal millionaire? How is she? Is she invisible? Like, where is she? That makes no sense, man. I never saw her. I don't get it, bro. That was a bot, too, bro. I just got cooked by a bot, straight up. What's up? Yeah, give him the nodders, bro. Let him know we're not impressed, bro. Nice shot, dude. She was invisible. I fucking called it, bro. She was invisible. Don't say she hid next to Z-Wall. I just found her. She's invisible. Now, was that person cheating or was that just a random bug? I love it when all of my suspicions are proven 100% true. Alright. I got time for a couple more. Another fun political news, the government here in the UK has got more right-wing around immigration, and I'm disappointed. Is that true? I don't really follow things super closely over there. It was a bot, so it might be a bug. Yeah, true. I'm not saying, Mudo, I'm not saying it wasn't a bug, but I'm just saying it might not be a bug also, right? That's all I'm saying, bro. I don't know what that looks like, Dormouse, as far as like your government's concerned. Like, Doug, I'm not wrong. You're wrong. Correct. Yeah, you're right. I should have thought of it that way. What's up, Bubba Sawyer? How are you? I love you. It's good to see you. You know, I should have thought of it that way, bro. Okay, I gotta go Peach. I'll be right back. Don't leave me. Okay, sorry, I was holding a pee. So this guy was giving an interview and he said he was status seals are empathy and came to, I don't know what's happening right now and it's terrifying. So how does it like work over there? Like, did you guys have a recent election? Hey, what's up, Eddie? It's good to see you, bro. Oh, you know Bubba Sawyer, we're just gaming, dude. So like, did you guys have a recent election? Has there been like some sort of, I know all I really know from like the circles that I keep is that like speech laws are crazy in the UK right now. Like you go to jail for writing a mean tweet. It's kind of the thing I hear. But give me, let's call it DBD, Abby. Dead by Daylight. New Survivor perk, invisibility. Survivors is still DC, bro. Let's still go next. But yeah, I don't know like how your guys' politics work. Like, did they have a recent election or did people move from one to the other? Election last year, this called the Farage who's pulling our politicians towards the right. I feel like I've heard about that guy. It's like a San Haraj, or I don't know. I think I've recognized that name. The name definitely sounds familiar. Two things: a woman falsely accused an immigrant of a crime which caused riots. Gotcha. Yeah, there was like some riots in Ireland recently too. On the subject of immigration. That was a few weeks ago now, but I remember seeing that. All right, sounds good, James. I love you, man. Thanks for hanging out today. I'll be honest, like I'm always interested to learn more, right? And like hear about what's going on globally, since against the will of the people, we are a global empire. But I have a hard enough time keeping up with our monkey circus, you know? So I try my best, but I'm not usually 100% plugged in outside of, again, like I don't base my opinions and stuff on like a tweet that I saw by a right or a left-wing commentator, right? So I'm not gonna really have like strong opinions on foreign governments outside of things that I've actually like done due diligence to look into. Which I think is something I see happen a lot in the inverse. I see a lot of people from other countries that have very strong opinions about things that are happening here. And there was a specific situation I was in recently, maybe within the last couple months. I was debating somebody from the UK. And they had a lot of really strong opinions and stuff. And I was asking them, and then the cracks started to show on how much they actually knew. And then I asked them about Tommy Robinson, and they were like, who's Tommy Robinson? And I was like, oh. I feel like that's a pretty important figure in the right wing in the UK right now. Which I know all I know about Tommy Robinson is that he organized a huge protest. And he is a Zionist. So that's all. That's like, I don't know a lot about the guy. I just know that he is a Zionist. And he did like a big protest recently. But the point is that I started to kind of doubt how much the person I was talking to knew about. If I was like, if you don't know who that is, like, do you know who people are here? Like, it's kind of like, I'm not saying that I discarded their opinion completely, but I was like, that's a hit on credibility. If, you know. Hi, Sassy. I'm glad you're here. And I love you. So upset with the whole thing, like labor never like this, they're afraid of the rights, they feel like they need to go that way. And that's how politics work, right? Is like, the left is the left and the right is the right until they agree they need something that benefits them, and then all of a sudden they start to work together. It's like Liz Cheney campaigning for Kamala Harris is a perfect example. You've got a person whose family name is like synonymous with right-wing war hawkery, and she's campaigning on behalf of an establishment Democrat. Principles come second to the uniparty, bro. Which is unfortunate, because that's not really what we vote for people to do, right? That's really not the spirit of a representative government. So, if you vote for a left-winger, you vote for them to be left-wing. If you vote for a right-winger, you vote for them to be right-wing. But what tends to happen is the things that they don't really care about, they hold to their values. And things that are really important to the uniparty, well, sacrifices have to be made, bro. It's too bad it works that way. All right, sounds good, Sassy. I love you a lot. Thank you for the lurk. I'm going to be done soon. I got to go to class. And parking is messed up, so I got to leave early. So I'll probably end after this. Maybe one more game after this, but The paid parking machines are down on campus, so you have to go to the actual cashier's office to pay for parking. I'm preparing to leave because I'm afraid what will happen to my husband if reform comes in. Yeah, fair, dude. I mean, I don't get what that means, but I can ride the context clues to kind of understand, and I'm sorry that you have to worry about that. Man, dude, now I'm starting to get stressed out about parking because it was fine this morning because I get there at like 7 a.m. So I found a spot really easily, but 1:30, 2:30, that's like prime time, dude. It could be a problem. So yeah, I probably should roll after this and get over there super early. Get away from me, you ugly... Oh my goodness, I'm alive. Well, hello, Frank the Tank. How you doing, brother? I hope you're spadoinkle, dude. You got Dormouse dropping ass, so it must be a pretty good day. Must be very excited to see you. Well, I saved Sable. I saved Sable, so it's not nothing, dude. Oh yeah, Frank, I was not even remotely capping, bro. I was being 100% dead ass. That's a fun emote too. That's a fun emoji too. I think we might be alright, dude. I think we might be okay. Only 2 people dead. We only need 2 more gens. What's the other kill? I don't even remember what the other killer is, dude. I just remember this Death Slinger. Have we even seen the other killer? That's a legitimate question. A legitimate question, dude. I'm out here slurring my speech, dude. I promise I haven't had any beverages today, dude. I gotta run here in a couple hours, so... Oh, it's a spirit, that's right. Now I remember, we did see her. Legimi? What happened to this emote? What emote? Oh, I guess they're doing a new Kappa? So they put a Kappa replacer in, right? Am I correct about that? Twitch can't help but lose, man. They just stay losing. Why are we getting rid of Kappa? That's the best emote ever. This is the second game today that we've had, like, plenty of juice to win the game. And we just, once we get to 2 gens, 1 gen, everybody just stops doing them. Yeah, I'm 100% okay with you just leaving me if you want. No, it's okay. You don't have to. No, you don't have to. No, you're good. All right. Well. That's the stuff right there. That's the good stuff, chat. That's the good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I love Kappa, man. Kappa's my goat, dude. All right, chat. I'm gonna have to call it there. I do one more game, but I'm stressed out about parking, so I think I'm just gonna roll out. Let me get. Let me end on TikTok first, so I can say whatever words I want. Thank you, TikTok. I love you. I'll be back tonight. Peace.
This.
All right, let's roll out. Enjoy school, nerd. I will. I will. I'm getting my education. I don't even mind being called a nerd. I'm getting straight A's, dude. I'm getting straight A's. Of course I'm a nerd. I'm a raid only Rick. It's one of my buddies over there on Kick. He's been on that grind. Go show him some love. All right, and we end on Kick, and then finally the Twitch raid, which is